What's up guys, it's been just a little over 2 months since the new generation of KOSPET Tank T4 smartwatch was released, and now the company is launching a new model called the KOSPET Tank T4C. You know, it should be a smaller version, but at first glance, it is difficult to say what has been simplified. The new smartwatch has even bigger 1.5-inch AMOLED display with a 1000 nits brightness, durable and military-grade design, up to 15 days of battery life, advanced 24/7 health monitoring powered by 4PD sensor, more than 170 training modes, a dual-band GPS and 6 satellite positioning systems, and many other features. The new feature in the KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch that was not available in the previous model is a built-in LED flashlight with 5 brightness levels. It seems that one of the losses in the KOSPET Tank T4C is offline maps. This feature is not available on the new smartwatch. Let's find out if there are any other features missing or what's been added to the new KOSPET smartwatch. However, I want to warn you that this is not a comparison of the watches, because I don't have KOSPET Tank T4 right now. In this video we test the new KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch, but I just recall what has changed from the KOSPET Tank T4. So looking at the box, we see that the watch is black. However, it is also available in silver. I had a silver KOSPET Tank T4, but now I am interested to see what the new KOSPET Tank T4C looks like in black. There are some features of the watch on the back of the box, such as HD AMOLED display, 6 GNSS and 170 sports modes, advanced health suite, and tactical outdoor features, as well as specifications list. When we open the box, we see the watch, but without a strap. The strap is in a separate package labeled Accesories. You will also find a magnetic charging cable and user manual in the box. So although the design of the box for the new KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch is similar to the previous model, the contents of the package are different. Namely, it has a different charging cable, and there is no protective film on the screen. In addition, the KOSPET Tank T4 had many accessories, such as a power pocket and leather straps. But I think the KOSPET Tank T4C will also have additional straps made of leather, metal and other materials. As I already told you, I have a black version of the new KOSPET watch, so it has a black dial and it comes with a black silicone strap. Talking about materials, the bezel is made of stainless steel and the body is made of zinc alloy. By the way, I noticed that the central part of the rear panel is metal, but there is a polymer area around it with a speaker and microphone. If we recall the previous watch, KOSPET Tank T4, it had a one-piece metal back panel with no plastic at all. You know, the polymer is lighter than metal, so the watch overall should be lighter and more comfortable. I don't think it has become less durable. There are charging pins and a 4PD sensor for optical heart rate and health monitoring on the back of the smartwatch. Just like the previous model, the new KOSPET Tank T4C has 4 physical buttons, such as up and down on the left side, select and back on the right side. You can use them not only to open different menus, but also to control the watch without a touch screen. This is very convenient for a sports watch. We can also see the inscription "Rugged" on the right side, which means that the smartwatch is durable and military-grade. It has 5 EDM waterproof and IP69K dust, mud and high-pressure resistance. The watch has also passed 15 US military tests for resistance to drops, scratches and corrosion. And that's really good. But in fact, there is a simplification from the KOSPET Tank T4, because the previous model was 10 ADM waterproof. However, the 5 ADM standard provides water resistance up to 50 meters, which is more than enough for most people. When it comes to the strap, it is silicone and very flexible. It also features a stainless steel buckle and even a KOSPET logo on the free loop. The strap is 22 mm wide, and it is equipped with a quick-release mechanism, so it can be easily replaced with another one. There are many different straps available on the official website. However, this standard silicone strap is very comfortable, and I think it is best suited for sports. As for the size and weight of the new KOSPET smartwatch, its dimensions are 49.5 by 50.5 by 13 mm. The weight is 60 grams without a strap. You know the main feature of the KOSPET Tank T4C that was not available on the KOSPET Tank T4 and other KOSPET watches is the built-in LED flashlight. I see that it has 4 LED lights with 5-level brightness adjustment. By the way, you can turn the flashlight on and off using the button on the right side and increase or decrease the brightness using the up and down buttons on the left side. The previous KOSPET Tank T4 watch also had a flashlight, but it used the screen for illumination. Now you can turn on the flashlight and use other functions of the smartwatch at the same time. This is a very good improvement. Okay, now let's talk about display of the new KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch. It has become even bigger compared to the previous models with a diagonal of 1.5 inches. However, the other display specifications are the same, such as AMOLED panel, 466 by 466 pixels resolution and up to 1000 nits brightness. You can change the screen brightness manually or use an auto screen brightness function. The always-on display mode is also available on the KOSPET Tank T4C. You can enable the follow current watch face or customize the always-on display screen. When it comes to the watch faces, there are some new ones available out of the box. But you can also download many others from the mobile app. We will talk about the app a little later. Just like the previous KOSPET Tank T4, the new KOSPET Tank T4C runs on the new ApexMove operating system. This is the same version 1.0, so the new watch has identical widgets and customizable quick settings menu. As for app list, I compared all the functions of the new KOSPET Tank T4C and the previous KOSPET Tank T4, and I found some differences. The new smartwatch does not have navigation and ambient temperature, but it does have flashlight. The rest of the functions are identical. I am glad that almost all functions are still available on the new smartwatch. There are many useful ones for sports and outdoor activities. For example, compass, barometric altimeter, walkie-talkie, sun and moon, as well as for everyday life, such as calculator, stopwatch, timer, find phone, Bluetooth calls, etc. However, to use most of the functions of the KOSPET Tank T4C, first you need to connect the smartwatch to your smartphone using the ApexMove app. Let's take a look at it. You know, I still have the KOSPET Tank T4 in the app, even though I don't have the watch itself anymore. As you understand, Tank T4 and Tank T4C use the same mobile app, so in the app we can see the connected smartwatch. Then there is a watch face store with many watch faces, my achievements, weekly activity report, goal settings, weight management, and many other settings. In the third-party apps, you can sync the smartwatch with Strava. By tapping on the connected watch, you can find its other settings. Here we can see the battery level and GPS connection status. There are also display settings, screen wake, watch face store, sports recognition, find device, and more features. The other settings include notification and reminder, health monitoring, events, watch settings, firmware update and factory reset. I quickly showed you all the features and settings in the mobile app, but I will not dwell on them for long, because they are the same as those in KOSPET Tank T4. You can even see the map or import the route, but it will only available in the app because the watch doesn't support offline maps. As you have already seen, the KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch has a built-in microphone and speaker, so you can make and receive phone calls. First, you can call your favorite contacts from the watch that you added earlier in the app. There are also call logs available on the watch, as well as keypad and emergency SOS. When you receive a call, you can accept or reject it, and during the call itself, you can change the volume, mute the microphone, open the keypad, or hang up. In general, the Bluetooth call-in feature was available on all KOSPET watches, so I am not surprised that it is also featured here. Now let's talk a little about sports features. Since the KOSPET Tank T4C is a rugged smartwatch, it is designed for use in outdoor activities. However, I am not really into sports, so I will just check out the main features. The new KOSPET watch has 13 main workout modes, such as outdoor running, outdoor walking, cycling, swimming, etc. There are also many other sports modes available, more than 170 freestyle training modes. In addition, the KOSPET Tank T4C supports smart sports recognition of 6 movements, such as walking, running, cycling, elliptical trainer, rowing machine, and still. As for the health monitoring features, the new KOSPET smartwatch is equipped with a 4PD sensor for heart rate and blood oxygen, stress, and mood monitoring. You can use the one-tap measurement function to make all these measurements at once. That's very convenient. You know, the KOSPET Tank T4C is a smaller version of the KOSPET Tank T4, but it still has a built-in GPS. It actually uses a dual-band L1 plus L5 positioning and 6 satellite positioning systems. The previous model KOSPET Tank T4 used the same dual-band GPS. We tested it and compared it to the iPhone, and it was really accurate. I don't think that there is any point in checking the new watch, because it has the same GPS positioning system. After completing your workout, you can see your route, but without a map. The map is available in the app. When it comes to the battery of the KOSPET Tank T4C smartwatch, it hasn't changed from the previous model. It has a capacity of 500 mAh with up to 15 days of battery life in typical use, up to 10 days in heavy use, up to 5 days in always-on display mode, and up to 21 hours with continuous GPS use. By the way, the main feature of the KOSPET Tank T4C is a built-in LED flashlight that can be used for about 5 hours until the watch runs out of power. So even though the KOSPET Tank T4C is a cheaper version of the KOSPET Tank T4, it has lost only one key feature – offline maps. To be honest, I don't think many people really need this feature, unless you are really into sports. On the other hand, the new smartwatch even has a built-in LED flashlight, which is useful both in everyday life and for outdoor activities. The design, display, operating system, functions, mobile app and battery of the KOSPET Tank T4C and Tank T4 are pretty much the same. At the same time, the new watch is cheaper. This will probably be the deciding factor. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon!